Don't let what we think is better ruffle your feathers. Opinions are like assholes and assholes are like podcasts.
Everybody has one.
From left to right, we got Straight Shot No Chaser, Brandy Danielle in the building. We got the O-Block Scrooge nigga in the building. We got the Brain Podzilla, Nino Green in the building. We got Black Jesus Arco in the building.
God bless y'all.
Hold on, this I can't do last, but certainly not least this time. We got City of Gems Video Productions on Chuck in the back with the facts. And last but certainly not least, we have one of the premier podcast hosts from the city. She's an event host. She does food reviews. She's an artist.
What else?
Man, she's one of the goats. We got Big Sleepy in the building. One time for the queens.
Already.
One time for the queens.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Hello,
Welcome. Crowd going wild, ain't they? Damn.
All right, for my boys.
Now I need you to make some noise for your motherfucking boys.
My babies.
Hello there.
Let's get it, y'all.
Oh, yeah, this is dope for sure.
I appreciate it, man. Now, look, normally we go around the room, see what everybody been up to, but I talk to y'all. I'm pretty sure I know. So let's highlight our guest today. Is that okay, everybody?
That's quite all right with me, brother.
You don't know what I just.
Well, tell us about it at the end. So, Sleepy, for the people that don't know, you know what I mean? Tell them about yourself. Tell them where you reside from, what you been up to, what you got going on, things of that nature.
All right, well, I'm Sleep. Do I need to look around? I'm Sleep,
Yeah,
doggy
pick a
dog.
camera.
Boom, boom. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, originally from my dad's nutsack.
Oh.
I got Hood Talk Podcast, man, to stand for helping others overcome doubt. You feel me? On Wu-Tang Radio. In a few weeks, we'll be going to a music seminar, meeting some dope people, Hype Magazine, Source Magazine.
Okay.
It's a pod convention at the end of the year in Atlanta. We going to that. Movies dropping with Jason. Shout out to Jason. And a sitcom. Just a lot of stuff going on for real, man. I don't want to,
Excellent.
Don't give too much.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, unload the clip. Let them, you got to pop your shit. Let them know what you got going on.
Said some stuff is about to be a surprise.
Everywhere, man. So if y'all need me, just hit me up, man. I'm down. I'm trying to be the face for real.
Where can they hit you up at?
Oh, y'all can hit me up at hoodtalkpodcast@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or on my Facebook, Tiffany Sleepy Almond. Whichever one is cool with me.
Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
Now, that web series that you're a part of with Miss Tina Shaw.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Tina True Skits. Let me not leave that out for sure. Because we got a play coming up May 3rd. We'll be doing that. And then we're going to be at the Comedy Spot right there on Siebenthaler. We got 2 plays going on there, too, on April 16th. So definitely check that out. She's going viral. She's the Tina Perry. That's what I call her.
Okay.
Okay.
She one of them. Yeah, it's extremely entertaining. And every time I see one of those come up, I notice somebody from the city, like Mr. Bird. I notice a lot of people that I know personally on there. So that's some dope shit y'all got going.
Yeah, she definitely got a dope cast, man. She move around and she, you know what I'm saying, she grab folks and she get them in there. It's definitely a dope cast.
Okay.
That's what's up.
What got you into podcasting?
Because I can talk.
I like that.
Yeah, because I can talk. It was something my cousin seen in me. Well, it started from like delivering mail. I used to deliver mail. I got tired of listening to music, so then I flipped over to podcasts, and they were just so raw and uncut. So I'm like, shit, I can do this and my family. So it's like I want to do something with my family. Cousin passed away, so I had the equipment. My cousins got me the equipment. It sat for like 2 years, and I'm like, nah, man, I need to open up. I need to talk because I'm used to using my voice, like doing music and stuff like that. That's how you know what I'm saying. That was my thing, yeah.
Express yourself.
So and then it happened, and it just took off.
You showing your age.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
75.
Hey, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm somebody's granddaddy. Goddamn it. So look, check it. Yeah, facts. Yeah. So we'll get to that. What was I about to say? I got into podcast.
He's a Paul.
I got into podcasting the exact same way because I used to work for a meat and seafood company, and when I used to drive and listen, music is so meh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got to listening to podcasts, and then I found myself arguing with the radio.
Yeah.
You know, like going back and forth and expressing my own opinion. I'm like, I can do this shit.
Right.
And then, you know, started from the bottom. Now we here.
That's
Goddamn
crazy.
it.
I think that's how it started for me too. I got tired of listening to the same songs, and like you said, music was mid. Then I'm trying to make my own playlist. That only got me through for so long. And the next minute, I started venturing into podcasters. You know, Lovely T, Joe Budden, and all of them.
And then you got a phone call from a real nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm at a job. Like, man, fuck this job.
I'm like, you know what you would be good for?
Talking.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah. So look, we about to get into topics or whatever. But before we do that, I want to say one thing. So whenever you started your podcast, it was audio only, right?
Yes.
And I used to listen to it when you first started. You probably only had like
Appreciate
4 episodes in or whatever. And what I realized is when you first started, you were talking to yourself. Like it wasn't nobody on there with you. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, that's a skill set because I got to bounce off of people. But I was really like taken back by the fact that you get a whole conversation by yourself. And when I first decided to turn this into a network, when I decided like I should put extra content on this outside of what we do on the podcast, the first person I reached out to was Sleepy
Yeah.
because she was audio only. So I told her, I'm like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, you dope. I love your podcast. I like what you doing, but I realize you're audio only. I'm like, so what do you think about coming on our network? You know, we present the visuals for you. You keep your audio on Spotify and everywhere that you had. What's her name? And she, you know, she declined. She says, you know,
But it wasn't nothing like that. It's just because I want to build my own.
and
Ain't
she
nothing wrong
told me,
with that.
she like,
Yeah.
I'm about to have my own. I'm about to start doing video at the beginning of the year. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is what I will say. This is a reflective moment. Whenever you started to do that for a moment, anybody in our space, I looked at like competition for a minute. You know what I mean? Like not hating on you, but you know, I just gauged the playing field. If you in the game, you see what's going on outside. And so, but then I had to realize, I'm like, what Sleepy doing is dope. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate it,
and why look at somebody like competition that's where I'm at trying to get to where I'm going from where I'm from. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say, it might have took this long because I had to switch my mindset. Well, not this long because I've been wanting you to come on for the longest, but I had to switch my mindset and quit looking at people like competition and just start looking at them like my peers. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that, man. I love what you're doing. I'm proud of what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You destined for greatness. You know what I mean? And that's that on that. Y'all ready to get to some topics?
No
Hey,
doubt.
hey,
No
I just
doubt.
want to say I'm happy you switched your mindset.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
Nobody is competition, bro.
No, I know
Yourself,
that.
man.
I think different.
Look, not only that, I don't gauge the people that's from where I'm from as competition. I'm in competition with a lot of these other people because it's like, I'm not going to say no names, but it's mainstream podcasters. Don't say no names. We ain't even about to aim. But they steal a lot of shit that we do. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
People that I look up to.
Facts.
It's documented. We have documented proof that they've stolen a lot of shit that we do.
Yeah,
a lot of the shit that
definitely.
we say. A lot of the, like a lot. You see
It's
what I'm saying?
receipts.
Yeah.
So when I started to see that, I realized like I'm in competition with the motherfuckers I'm trying to get on the same level as. You know what I mean? Like, so I hope we do a lot more podcast collaborations. We get to doing some live events. You know what I mean? We really turn up for the city because one thing I realize is a lot of people from the city that we put on for, they don't acknowledge us like they should. And what they need to know is these independent platforms like Hood Talk Podcast, Everybody Has One Podcast, Dreamers Welcome Podcast, the Unfiltered Podcast, everybody that's out here doing it. We're only going to be as big as our city allow us to be when it comes to our region. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I really feel like if they pushed us like they pushed a lot of the bullshit, how they promote a lot of this shit that ain't gonna pour back into them, whether it be baddies or whatever a motherfucker want to talk about, bro, we would be that much bigger. You feel me?
You right
So-
about that.
I just want to say, saying competition to me is not a bad thing, because I don't look at it as a negative thing. I look at it as motivation. Like the Bulls and shoot the Pistons when they that's their competition. You feel me? Like, I would never look at like everybody's craft like, oh, they doing it. No, that's what. Sometimes the competition is what motivates me
What
to
drives
do
you.
better,
I believe
and
that.
there you go, and drives me. So I look at competition
It's
as
a
a different
inspire-
thing,
it's
as a positive.
See, but
Yeah,
those
it's really-
teams.
it's
I'm sorry. Go
inspiring
ahead.
though. No, I'm just saying it's just inspiring though. It ain't really competition. You just get
Expired. You
Yeah,
feel me? Yeah, like shoot, we all in the same boat. We all trying to do the same thing. That's the competition, man. The competition over there killing. We got to, but it's still like, man, I appreciate what y'all doing. Salute. Never no hate. Now, when hate come along with it, that's when.
But this is the thing about that type of competition, and why I feel like I had to change my mindset, because we could collaborate
Yeah.
and make shit just bigger. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to be those type of they'll never be able to put the Lakers and whoever together to do anything. You get what I'm saying?
Look at it like this, though. Academics, Vlad, all of them are cool right now, but they are a competition because they're in the same boat. But they cool with each other to where they can get together like what they doing right now. So hell, Burger King and McDonald's is in competition with each other. You feel me? It doesn't have to be negative to say competition.
And you know what? While we
And
on
I
the
was gonna
topic,
say that, I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say- I was gonna say that too. To an extent, I agree with her to an extent. I relate that to music. You know what I'm saying? If me and you on a truck or whatever,
I'm gonna spank your ass every time.
hey, see that's competition because I'm driving.
Yeah.
And if I know how you coming. So that, you know what I'm saying, that's friendly competition that makes me drive, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Get your iron sharpens
The hot
iron.
boys, they said, shoot, every time the hot boys got in the studio, Juvenile like, man, y'all my niggas, but I'm about to kill y'all on this verse. You
Yeah.
feel me?
and
And
that's
that's how they made masterpieces.
Yeah,
'Cause
fact.
everybody was boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I look at it
bringing
different.
the A game.
But look, to end this and to go into some topics while we on the topic of competition, you know what I forgot to say? Moment of silence for the competition.
Oh, let me put my finger up.
Yeah, facts.
All right.
All right, now let's get to it. Is there anywhere specific anyone wants to start off, or do you want me to just
I'm gonna say
shoot?
You can just go ahead and
Go ahead and shoot.
take it from the top.
All right, well,
Shoot.
before we get into some other things, can we do a rest in peace, a moment of silence for George Foreman, man? He passed
Definitely.
away
No
recently.
doubt, man.
Definitely.
No doubt.
All right, I bought a George Foreman grill the other day, man. I said I'm about to go home, make me some burgers on this bitch.
Period. This nigga said, I'm about to go home.
You
can
can see
hear-
the air fryer took over.
Hey,
Like I know George Foreman
yeah.
was Saudi. Like I started this, bro.
For real though.
I'm the start of this gangster
Yeah,
shit.
You feel me?
While I was cooking the
even think about
burgers,
that.
you could hear the tears sizzling on the.
You on to something? Because I didn't even think about that. Like,
Yeah, he been trying to make the healthy meals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was
The grease
first,
would just pour out into the little pan and
Yeah.
shit.
He was definitely the first one.
yeah, recipes to George Foreman. Let me see. I'm trying to think back when I got hipped onto him. Like, I think I was a little kid and I was watching one of them Sports Illustrated VHS tapes. I think my grandpa had popped it in, and it was showing like a highlight of his life and stuff.
Go ahead.
And that's when I got hipped on to the Rumble in the Jungle with him versus Muhammad Ali, which Don King put together. And that was in Africa, so you know that was dope. Don King was that nigga. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
facts.
even though he lost in there, it was like when I was watching that footage, that man can punch. And you could tell
Yeah.
those hits was hurting Ali. I think Ali even
He hit
said
hard.
like he hit
He was
hard.
a heavy hitter. for
Yeah,
sure.
you know. And then, but what I congratulate him for and like give him his flowers. It's like this man like retired from boxing. I think it was 1977. I think he retired. Came back 10 years later. 10 years later, 1987, the year I was born. 10 years later, at the age 38. You know, today's boxing, you 38, you washed. You in your prime. It's time to wrap it up. Came back and became a 2-time champion in 94. Man, that's hell of amazing.
Hey, I found out he was a preacher. I ain't know that.
I didn't know that. You just dropped the jewel on me.
George
Yeah,
Foreman
minister.
had his own church and everything, bro.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yeah.
I ain't
And
know
it's
that.
crazy outside of that, beside the grill, I remember him doing commercials for like Citizens, like insurance and homes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he named all his kids like after him.
Yeah, he did. He did.
All of them, and then Georgina's the girl.
Yeah, you got George, you got Georgetta, you got Georgina, and I'm like,
Boy, that's ego on a different level.
Man,
What?
what?
Like 8 Georges.
Like for real, bro. Like
All of y'all
how do
Georges.
you create
Right.
that many George names?
But do y'all know if all the Georges had the same mama?
That don't matter. I don't care.
No, the reason that I say that is I'm pretty sure that they could tell what George she was calling by the tone in her voice.
Yeah,
like one of them little motherfuckers was a little bit more hard headed than the rest,
Yeah.
so the tone was a little different when
A
she
little
called
harder
him.
when she spoke. Yeah, for sure.
Yo, yeah.
Man, damn! Rest in peace to a legend, man, George Foreman.
Condolences to the family.
Yeah.
All right, so a man claims that people who've lost a parent are less emotionally affected by losing a partner. Let's play this clip, and he wants to know, do y'all agree?
Say, P, anybody that had to bury one of their parents will tell you relationships don't hold that much weight in their life, especially if you're talking about leaving me, right? For example, I had to bury my mama, P. I had to pick out the casket, the outfit to wear. I had to find somebody to do her makeup. You know what I'm saying? I had to pick the plot where she buried. I had to write the obituary. I had to do all that for my mama. You feel me? So if I could deal with that loss and doing all that, dealing with that loss, you think I give a fuck about you leaving me? Like, think about that now. I buried my own mama. I give a fuck about no hoe leaving me. Like, think about that, P. Anybody who done buried one of their parents will tell you, like, even in a good relationship, I love you, I wanted to work, but if you want to leave, bye. Like, it's gonna be so quick to say go. You know what I'm saying? Cause especially as a man, like, it's a lot of losses we could take, but what hurt more than losing your mama as a man? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of them losses that it's a lot of dudes don't shake back from. You feel me? So if I'm able to shake back from that, think I give a damn about you leaving? Like, girl, beat it. Okay.
I'm about to jump out the car, and I'm gonna let my brother Scrooge take the wheel.
I ain't gonna lie, that gave me chills for real, because he ain't telling like not one lie, and especially when. So I'm not gonna try to stay long-winded with this. No, but for every boy, for every male, his first love is his mama. And for every female, her first love is her father. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever male presence that she may come in contact with if he's not around, right? So you grow up with that. And then when that's gone, you have to learn how to live whatever you have left without that. And that's a dramatic change, because you no longer have a resource or a source that helped you get this far in life. You feel what I'm saying? So when you need that conversation of that, you ain't got it. When you can pull up to mama's house and smell them greens on the stove or something, that's no longer there.
Yeah, man.
I feel that part.
You feel what I'm saying? Especially when, going to jail or anything like that, you got mama gonna pick up that phone and you no longer got that number to dial.
Man, well, you know mama number by heart.
Like, for real though. Like, I just went through that, and it was traumatizing, because a couple of times I found myself trying to dial my mama's number on the tablet, and I had to put it down, bro.
So, as far as in relationships, do you feel like because of what you went through with your mom, you don't care about if a woman like that thing has made something dead inside of you as far as people leaving out your life?
I told my family that, everybody that was in the hospital room, when I watched my mama take my last breath, I looked at everybody and told them, I said, man, something just happened. And I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain it. And to this day, it's just a piece of I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because my mama gone, bro. The only thing I try to tell people is, while your mama here, is just love on her as best as you can.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But when she gone, if you that close to her, if you the one that she, you know what I'm saying, like, you helped her, and it's going to is going to affect you a different type of way than any other sibling because everybody's relationship with mama is different.
And you see, my dad passed away, like when I was in my 20s, like my mid 20s or whatever, right? But my dad left me when I was 5. So I found out my dad died on the internet, like looking for him. Just so you know, I don't know if y'all know what it's like for a motherfucker to like leave you like that. Cause when you 5, you got all those memories of whenever he was there. You know what I mean? But after so much time done pass, you don't have that kind of like emotional connection to him. So whenever I started to have kids, I feel like once my first son hit 6 years old, I already felt like I had a leg up on that nigga. You feel me? Already. I'm already better than you, nigga, because I didn't desert my kid. You see what I'm saying? So when I went to look for my dad, it wasn't even to build a connection or for him to even meet his grandkids. It was more one of the moments where it was like, nigga, I did it without you. You see what I'm saying? And to find out that he was dead already, I didn't have that, oh, damn, he's dead. Oh, I'm heartbroken. Oh, no, I'm not ready. It wasn't one of those type of situations. And my mom is still alive. And my mama, my best friend, that's my dog. And he had the same relationship with his mama that I got with my mama, like mama's baby. And even though my mom didn't die, I kind of got a first person glimpse into what it feels like because I've been by this man's side through the whole, for everything. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I done had to hug my brother, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'ma hate it, bruh. The day that we know that all is coming is something that's unavoidable. We gotta live that eventually. You know what I mean, bro? And it fucks with me to know that that's like something that is inevitable, bro. Like it's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? Like.
So let me ask you the same question I asked him. Do you feel like relationship wise, hypothetically, God forbid that time comes, that you would have a numb feeling towards people or relationships, whatever, of, you know what, different. I lost her, I don't give a fuck. Y'all,
let me tell you,
losing you ain't nothing.
It's different with my girl because we've been together most of our high school years, and then we've been together now since we were probably like 22, maybe 23. I'm 36. You see what I'm saying? Like, but we've known each other since we were 7. You feel me? So like, that's my girl, but it's kind of like damn near a family member too. So it's kind of different. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody I met when I was 20 or 30, something fresh or nothing like that. Like, but like for like new friendships, it would feel like that. Or like if God forbid me and her decided to split and I was in a new relationship and you know what I'm saying? Like, but me and my girl done been in this shit so long, it'd feel like losing a family member. Yeah. You get me? Like, so it's kind of different for real.
I got a good perspective on that, man. All right, so I wasn't really like raised by my mom for real, you know, nor my dad. You know what I'm saying? I had my great grandmother. You understand? From when I was 2 to when I was 18. You understand? Jumped off the porch with my high school sweetheart. You understand? Was in a relationship for 17 years. You understand? Until last year. You feel me? So here it is. Like, when I lost my great grandmother, man, when I say like, I got a whole flashback, bro. Like, I saw my whole life, I swear to God, flash before my eyes, just like memories that I couldn't even just think about now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was weird as fuck, bro. Like, crying like a baby. You hear me? But it's different, like, and I understand what you're saying, like, being with somebody for so long, you know what I'm saying? That's like another family member, you know what I mean? But like, I could suck that up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's just like losing your great or your parent, you know what I mean? Like, that's, bro, that shit hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
life goes on if you lose a relationship.
Yeah.
But like,
Like,
to try to live without that one person is like something completely different.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel a difference in it though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
I
that's
can't say like one is better than the other really, but it's a little bit stronger when you lose your parent. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that nurtured you and build you up. You know what I'm saying? And just-
Instilled everything in you.
Exactly.
Period.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. What about you, Sleep? You you got any? Is your mother or your father still alive? Has anybody passed away? Anything like that?
Yeah, my dad passed when I was 15.
For real? Did y'all have a close connection?
We had a bond. Not as close as me and my mom's, but we definitely had a bond. And losing him so young and then starting to date afterwards, it didn't really play a part in that. So it's like I was still hurt when I first lost my first love because I lost my first love at like 26. She's still alive, but she's lost. And
that's how it is.
I get
though,
it.
like,
We get it.
That's how it
You
is.
feel me? So it didn't really hurt me as bad. But like my mom, like if my mom was to go, like that's the only parent I've had like since I was 15. If she was to go now, anybody after that, yeah, I definitely wouldn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's the connection too. It depends on how deep of a connection you have with that person. That's some. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that.
Next level shit.
Yeah.
What about you, Chuck?
I've unfortunately lost both my parents,
Man,
and I grew up in a household where, they lived. I had 3 siblings, and they lived to support us.
Hold on. What you got your mic coming through? Yeah, you gonna have to switch that.
Check.
Okay.
there it is.
there you go.
So I grew up in a household where they were, they lived to support us or whatever. So they were, once I became an adult, I realized that they were like my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty rough going through losing them.
Okay.
And then, were you guys like comparing it to like relationships or whatever?
Do you feel like the fact that you lost your parents, knowing what type of relationship you had with them, for some reason, if your relationship ended, do you feel like it would be easier to get through, or do you feel like it would be kind of like hard, like when you lost the first love type of situation? Because everybody done been in that situation. Ain't no heartbreak like when you lose your first love. You know what I mean?
Facts.
When me and my son's mom broke up, I was literally, I was sad till I was sick. Like,
I don't really know, because like I told you guys on the last topic we talked about this. I never had that kind of relationship before.
what'd you say? Me and my girl forever,
Okay.
forever. All right, so go ahead, bro.
Real quick, I was gonna say, like, when you think about losing somebody, right? Your exes, think about how many people you done came in contact with or whatever. You be like, and you got past them. Meant nothing. But something that you, like I said, that you 30 plus,
35, yeah.
35, 36, 37.
25.
That part. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you had something that this long and you lose it, and it was something that was a part of your foundation, it's not the same.
And y'all connected. You connected to your mom.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and so it's
But I
not the same. So anybody, a lot of people like to try to prey on people's emotions and things like that, or well, I leave you. Well, guess what? I lost them. I lost that already.
You might as well take that out.
I
the
feel
clip.
like-
So you can't even. You know what I'm saying? That don't even work no more.
I feel like, well, first of all of us are going to lose our parents. That's just
It's gonna
that's
happen.
in the Bible. It's going to happen, depending on how that relationship was or how y'all broken up. If it ended ugly, yeah, deuces, bitch, shit, nigga, I ain't lost my mama, nigga. You think I'm gonna cry about you? But if it's not that, and you already have that mentality of shit, I don't give a fuck. No, you need to heal. Because all of us is going to lose somebody. We're going to lose our parents first. Well, hopefully. I would expect my mom or my parent to feel like, or my dad to feel like that if they had to bury me first.
Facts.
I would expect that out of them. Like, nigga, I lost my child. I had to bury my own child. My child didn't bury me. Like, I don't care about nothing. But, I mean, depending on how that relationship ended, then I can see how you feel. But if that's how you feel going into any relationship, if I'm dating him and I already know he's gonna feel like that, ain't no point in me dating you, because obviously you don't value my relationship. You already feel like shit, bitch. Even if me and you stop talking or get into it, bitch, I lost my mama. I don't give a fuck. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
so
It would make you safeguard, like
Yeah.
you have a safeguard up just
Yeah.
because you know somebody feel
yeah.
like that.
But when I lost my grandmother, which was like she was tatted on me before she died. When I lost her, I did go through a span of where I was angry at the world. I hated people. I hated old people. You feel me? I swear. I mean, that was my big mama. That was my mama. Shout out to my biological mama. Mama, I love you. But you know how it was with Rita Mae. But I think with the death of her, it made me yearn for more love. I think it did.
So my question is, you said a person will have to heal. What is the proper time for one to heal?
I mean, that's everybody's different, bro.
Everybody-
I mean, no,
different.
I understand
your
that
own
because
timetable.
like what you just said, she would be safeguarding, but the person that don't care about losing somebody is safeguarding too because he just lost somebody that, or she just lost somebody that was very important to them. So so the fact that
Well, I
they
need
could
to-
lose something else, they're not going to even put that much energy into the thought of losing it because
See, this the thing though. She would be safeguarding because she knows somebody has that demeanor. Like you would be safeguarding.
but it would
Oh, you wouldn't even be safeguarding. You would just still be in the mourning process. You know what I mean?
So that's what-
so
so-
it's not really a
So
safeguard.
that's what my question was.
He's
What's
holding
the
up a
proper
wall.
what's the proper amount of time for one to mourn or
Nobody
grieve
can
to heal?
tell. Nobody can tell the next person that, bro.
Nobody can tell, but if I know that's how you thinking, I don't need to date you right now. You need to mourn, baby. Come back and holler at me.
But you
when
know,
it's better.
listen though. You know how you said that you wanted love? That's the same thing my brother goes through. Me and him got into it back early November about my mama.
About literally.
About me not wanting to go do something with my mama.
And I had to check myself.
You know what I mean? Like,
I had to check
and this
myself
is my everyday. We talk every morning. We talk every day throughout the day. We confide in each other. We vent to each other. We game plan with each other. We joke together. I didn't talk. Me and him didn't talk for damn near 2 months because he was mad at me because I didn't want to go do something
Lord.
with my mama.
But I feel him on that though.
No, for sure. And
Yeah.
and he had to tell himself, like, I seen him say, he made a post and he said, I find myself trying to get out of other people's mama what I want for me. Like, it's a long grieving process. And when I seen this topic, I knew I was gonna let you drive. You know what I mean? Because I know this is a personal something that hits home for you. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this a little bit lighthearted, and then we're gonna go to the next topic because it then got somber.
I was about to say,
Chuck
can I say
crying. Chuck, calm down, Chuck. It's gonna be all good, bro.
What you about to say,
Can I
Sleepy?
say something real quick?
Yeah,
though?
go ahead.
Now, back still on this topic. When you say lose somebody, do you mean losing them as far as like walking out or losing them as far as passing? Because
Walking
losing
out.
a mate could definitely be hard.
Facts.
But that's a different kind of love.
Oh nah, don't get
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
for
that's-
sure. Like
You know what I'm
that's a different type
so
of
it's just
hurt
on some
too.
walk out.
Yeah, just like it's over. The relationship is over type of
okay, 'cause I was gonna
situation.
say now with that, yeah, I'll be
Yeah, tore up.
You know what I'm saying?
Tore up. Somebody gonna have to come find me under a rock
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's gonna hurt.
For real.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was a good question too.
I
'Cause I, wasn't
love
even
it.
thinking about it like that.
Yeah,
Like,
you
but
feel me? 'Cause
yeah,
that's a
like,
love
ooh.
that you grow to love that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I got a small story about my mama, man, to try to liven up the room a little bit. But how old did you say you was again?
Who?
You.
Nah.
How
25. About to be part 3 of some furniture moving.
okay, so listen, I'm just fucking with you, twin. Listen though, check this out. So
Hell nah.
yesterday my mom tried to get me to come over to her house to pick some stuff up, right? That she had for me. Yeah, you look 25, girl.
No.
Thanks.
Still delicious.
No doubt.
You hear me?
Bird game.
But
Delicious.
she like she kept trying to get me to come over to pick some stuff up from her, right? So I'm like, Mom, I'm at the car wash cleaning my truck or whatever. When I leave from here, I'll be over there. So I'm still cleaning the truck and shit. She called me back and she like, well, where you at? I'm like, Mama, I'm cleaning my truck. Like, I'm not just like bullet. Like, I'm cleaning the outside, cleaning the inside, vacuum. I'm cleaning. She like, well, I'm sitting in my car waiting for you. I'm like, Mama, you don't got to sit in your car to wait for me, baby. You could go in the house.
She ready.
Just leave the stuff in the car. She going to tell me that she was leaving the stuff in the car. Boom. Now I'm on my way to go pick the stuff up. Fast forward. I call her. And I'm like, all right, mama, I'm about to be pulling up. I'm coming down the connector. She say, all right, that's cool. I'm like, did you leave the stuff in the car? She gonna say, nah, because I didn't feel like going back out to my car. I'm like, she said, I ain't feel like coming back outside. I said, well, mama, you didn't have to come back outside, baby. I would have, you know what I mean? I could have went and got your keys or whatever the case may be. I was like, well, you know what? Since you took the stuff in the house, I'll just come over tomorrow. Don't you know this lady turned around and said to me, well, I've been waiting for you. I had somewhere to go. If you had somewhere to go, why didn't you leave the stuff? And then why you just tell me that you wasn't trying to come back outside?
Mamas.
Yeah, mama, I ain't playing with you. I'll see you tomorrow, right? So I call her this morning. Like, mama, what you doing? She like, over at Keela's house. That's my cousin. She like my sister, but it's my cousin. Over at Keela's house getting my hair done. You want to pay for it?
What?
Yeah, mama,
Yeah,
damn.
she
I'll be over there to bring you the money later. Damn, mama. But it's just crazy. Like, she tried to finesse me yesterday. She didn't get it off, so she got off on me today with some whole other shit.
Two
Like,
of 'em.
man, listen, that lady is crazy. I love you, mama.
Shout out to mamas.
Mama, I love you. Mama. All right, so listen to this, y'all. This is a post that a female made regarding her and one of her best friends, all right? Now, I want to know y'all thoughts. It says, at the time I bought my Honda, my credit was bad, so my best friend co-signed so that I can get a lower interest rate. I kept the car for a few years and worked on my credit. I went for a trade-in because I wanted a Benz. I was told my negativity equity was $10K and I would have to pay majority of it off. I didn't have that much money, but I really wanted that Benz. I stopped paying the car note on the Honda and let them repo it, but I went and got my Benz before the repo hit my credit. My friend is upset because this will affect her credit, but I offered to give her the car to take over the note, and she didn't want to. I feel like I did what I had to do to get the car I want.
Is this real?
This is real. Like she, when you go into the comments, she posted a picture. She like, for the people that think this is fake and wanted to see the Benz, and she showed the pictures of the Benz, and she even had her kids. Let me go ahead and play this just so you know it's real. This shit. I was mind blown by this because who does that to somebody?
Friends.
What?
You know what I mean?
How many of us
What they be
have
saying with friends like you who need enemies?
Man, hello?
Let me see if it'll let me. Let me see.
The moment I be like, bitch, I ain't lost my mama. I don't got to be friends with you.
This is one of them situations.
Yeah, that's ruthless.
Hold on, listen to this
That ain't
shit
no
though,
friend.
y'all.
Okay.
Listen to this shit though, y'all.
Wait, there's more.
Listen, little bruh, listen.
Car. We riding in the Benz. Mama got a bag. We don't need no friends.
Then was her.
She don't
We
roll
in-
Mama ain't really
we
got
in the
no
new-
bag.
and had her kids stand outside the Benz and reverse and recite that.
And they
We
actually
got a new
recorded
car.
this?
My mama got a Benz.
She wasn't never that girlfriend. She
My
used that
mama
girl.
got a
She
bag.
user. She was a user for
A
sure.
fucking user.
Yeah.
Mama ain't got no bag. She had to ask that friend to help her out with some credit, co-sign. Stop lying to your kid.
Mama got bad credit is what she
Ben's
got.
gonna break down. She ain't gonna be able to
Okay.
afford it.
Man, what?
Yeah,
That
facts.
shit ain't cheap.
It sure
Hello,
ain't.
talk about it,
You
Sleepy.
feel me?
Just the battery about 200-300.
You feel me?
Shit.
Mama car stop.
You
Probably
can't-
more.
And then,
I'm pretty sure it's
and
more,
then
bro.
when it does shut down, when it does shut down, you can't go to
What'd you say,
crackhead
Chuck?
Bobby or anybody
Yeah,
down the street to
man,
fix
You
something.
gotta
Nah.
plug that directly
You gotta
into
go
your
to the
mic.
You gotta go to
dealership.
Pep Boys or
Yeah.
something and get that Benz, right?
You got to
You hear
have
me?
some money.
Man, what?
Definitely got.
But it's just crazy to me
Do
to
your
think
friend
that
like that.
anybody would actually do that to somebody and then said that I tried to give her the car back to take over the note.
over the
Like
payment.
that's supposed to be her responsibility.
Yeah, like,
Bitch, I
okay.
put my credit on the line for you.
Well, whoever she is, listen, if you need a new best friend, I would be your friend. I would be your best friend. I would never do that to you.
She done
She
with
trying
friends.
to get a
She probably
Honda.
don't want
Man,
no
what?
friends at all.
I would
Crazy
trying
part,
to get a Honda.
brother, it was a new school Honda. Like the Honda was clean.
It was. It was.
It was
I seen
clean,
She trying to keep
bro.
up with the Joneses, bro. That's,
Yeah.
that's that fake life right there,
terrible.
man.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
terrible,
nah.
man.
Now that motherfucker about to get repoed.
Ungrateful.
Right. Mama ain't got no
You
car.
hear me?
This is the part of the show where we give certain people.
Oh shit! Tell her what she is, brother.
She's the donkey. She's the womp of the day.
Mm-hmm.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Because you're a jackass.
You're a jackass.
Facts. And she teaching her kids
Eat
wrong.
eat a dick, man.
Nah.
Lady,
Yeah.
you
Lady.
backstabbed your friend. You're irresponsible, and you're teaching your kid to be a piece of shit like you. Ma'am, you are the womp of the day.
Shame on you.
Now, this is the
Shame
question
on
that I got for y'all. Have y'all ever not necessarily put your credit on the line, but have you ever went to bat for somebody in a like to an extent that you probably wouldn't do for the normal or average person, and they did this type of shit to you?
Yeah.
And if they have, do you have an example that you would like to share?
It wasn't to this certain extent where it was credit or whatever, but I loaned a friend, an ex-friend, $100 talking about she needed it for a battery. Keep in mind, my dumb ass don't know shit about mechanics, batteries, whatever. So I just gave her the $100. Somebody told me that she spent that $100 on some on some white girl, and I came back. Yeah, I wanted my You know who you are. You watching, and I got my $100 back. You think you thought you was slick. Bitch.
Do you get it back in blood or something?
No, I got my $100 back, but first of all, no, she took it and spent it on drugs.
Can't finesse
But
the
did she
finesse.
pay you back?
Yeah, she paid me back.
Would you
Without
let her
knowing.
borrow some money again?
Hell no, because I told her this was for the battery. She said she needed to get to her job at Chewy. No, from the person that told me, yeah, she spent that $100 on a little a ball for the low.
Did she know she paid you back?
Did she know? What you mean? Did she know?
Did she
I
really?
called her and I checked her about it. Like, yeah, you sitting over there talking about you needed help on your car, and you up all night long. All night long. You feel me? No, she know who she is. And I'll never do that again. I never do that again.
No, I was saying the reason why I say that is because sometimes people like you have to finesse your money back from some people
Yeah.
without them knowing that they actually paid you back.
Yeah.
I probably still got the same messages
So
in
that's
my phone.
why I asked, like, did she you saying she paid you back, but did she pay you back knowingly that she paid you back, or did you finesse her
Into paying you back.
paying you back?
Nah, I checked her and I said, I know what the fuck you did.
So if she would have said, "Listen, I'm jonesing and I need a bump. Can I borrow $100?" Would you have given it to her?
That's a different type of.
I'm going through it right now. I can't think. I'm gonna fuck around and find something. I just got my son this Xbox and I don't want to break his heart. Would
About
you
to sell
please
this
let me
ass.
borrow
You gotta
$100?
support your own habit. In my eyes.
I ain't gonna answer that. No,
I know what she should have gave it to her.
Come and see me. Come and see me
Should
later.
have gave her some gift wrap.
See, now we talking twin. You took my $100 and you spent it with another nigga.
Oh, shit.
Back
Hey,
then.
Talking about you need it for a
fact.
battery, and you definitely need it for a battery.
what about you, Sleep? You ever went to
Yes.
bat for somebody and you had a blowback?
Yep. So my story is when I was younger, I used to do whatever I did. I ain't mean to step on that. Used to sell drugs or whatever. So I had like stuff under my mattress. You feel me? And I had a friend that needed a place to stay. Went to bed, let him stay, this, and this. You feel me? I come back, he gone, everything from under my mattress gone, everything out of my closet gone, stuff
What the
gone.
fuck?
You feel me?
Damn.
So I didn't want to get him hurt. You feel me? That was my whole thing. So I'm like, man, we just gonna stop this friendship, bro. Like, we can't be cool. I know what you did, man. And I don't want to see you get hurt over this. Because I was with some other people that ain't play that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I watched his life go down in shambles. It's like you don't wish karma upon people, but you watch and see, like, bro, off that. Because I would have gave it to him. Like,
Yeah.
bro, if you needed it, like, I got you. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you doing that, your life wasn't gonna never be right. And I just watched it like, damn.
You
Yeah,
already
know what
gave
I'm
him some shit.
You feel
And
me?
that's what it was with me. It's a difference when you see that this person really fucked up, and it's like it ain't no point in me
Yeah.
already going down the wrong. I feel you
You
on
feel
that.
me? Yeah. Yeah, that was my one time.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you. And these people that I'm speaking on now, this wasn't behind me like helping them out, but when you just speak on karma. So I had two situations when I was younger. One, I went I was selling drugs at the time, and this was a long time
Damn,
ago.
y'all some criminal.
Just in case
This ain't
anybody
no,
watching.
yeah.
Long.
This ain't no jumper shit. This ain't no motherfucking. You see what I'm saying?
You
But
can't hit us with no Rico.
yeah, this was a long time ago. Plus, I was selling nickel bags, man. Ain't nobody looking for. Ain't nobody looking for the nigga with the nickel bags, man. But I went to get on. I went to buy a couple peas from somebody, and they sent somebody else to bring me the bud. And they ended up robbing me. I left my gun upstairs thinking that somebody else was bringing me my shit that I get, and they ended up robbing me. They're dead. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I stayed in them apartments on Grafton, some little niggas that stayed on the top floor, when I was gone, they broke in my house, took my safe, some guns, and some more shit. They're dead. And I say that to say sometimes you don't even have to get active because karma will come and handle it for you. You see what I'm saying?
God gonna remove it
And
Facts.
anyway.
it's
Yeah.
crazy you say that because I had a situation. I got locked. I had a dude I was cool with. We got locked up together, and I'm straight by the code. I don't, and he sending me messages or whatever through the COs and shit through the motherfucking little letters and shit or whatever. I'm on the rack or whatever. I got a third shift CO like Woods. Your cousin sent you a note, man, huh? Just so I can get up. I read it. He like, bro, they ain't got nothing on them. Don't say nothing. I'm thinking like, nigga, don't say nothing. I ain't said shit, nigga. Like, we go to court Tuesday. Fuck you talk about? Make a long story short, they offered him a plea. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me up and he got out.
Damn.
So I had a grudge. I was bitter, cause here I am. You know what I'm saying? Like and they ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing. But you gave me up to do what though?
Scared.
So when I ended up coming home or whatever, like I remember I was riding through Northland or something. I was going to my sister's house. I was riding through Northland. I thought I saw him, bro. So I pulled over and I jumped out the car. It was a wrong nigga.
Oh shit.
So it was that type of shit. Like that's how I felt about him.
Yeah, you don't
Make a
go.
long story short, Cuddy ended up getting gunned down in the Bass.
Damn.
So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Go to say like sometimes if you don't get the chance to react how you want to when it might be best that you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still need me and you gonna talk after this. Is 2 niggas dead?
Hey, but
Two
check
different
dig.
things.
This the thing though.
Yeah, big
now,
you over in this motherfucker.
listen
Big
though.
you.
Check dig though, sis. Twin, listen to this.
Nah, I ain't no twin. I ain't with this nigga.
Look
I am not with this
Check,
nigga.
check this. It wasn't 2 there. It was 4 niggas. But
Oh,
listen.
Damn.
I'm not petty, but I remember everything somebody say
That
and
part.
do to me, and I use it against them later on in life. Now, the people that broke in my apartment, they used to be at somebody else's apartment. They used to live in the complex, and he know that they did that to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, even though I had absolutely nothing to do with their unaliving, I seen him one day at Perkins. Me and my girl was at Perkins. And we was on our way out, and I noticed him before we left, right? So when we got up and we on our way out, I seen him. I shook his hand, looked him dead in his face, and I said, "Hey, bro, what's up with such and such and such and such?"
You already
All
know
right.
though.
I get it. Yeah.
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 Scrooge.
Yeah, look me.
Perkins and Roscoe's Chicken. This nigga big you.
Stupid as fuck.
But nah, but like the karma is real,
Yeah,
man.
it is. No
and
bullshit, it is. Like for real.
Don't do wrong to people because that shit and karma, the thing about karma is not a date or a time on that shit. It
And
could
a
be
lot of-
5 years. It could be 3
Yeah.
months. It could be, it's coming to holler at you.
And it love to hit you when you at your highest high, when you feel like you cannot be touched. Ooh, karma's a mother.
And sometimes that shit is not directly, it is indirectly.
Fact. Sometimes it don't touch you. Sometimes it
Hit your
touches
kids or
the
somebody
person that's closest to you.
That part.
Facts. But while we on the topic of Roscoe's Chicken and all this other shit, we might as well get into Big U.
Damn.
Might as well get into Big U, man.
Or should I say big useless? No,
Man, hey, Loose Cannon been fooling with that. Sleepy, I don't know if you familiar or you know what's going on with. Do you know who Big U is?
No, I was gonna say fill me in.
So Big U is he is
OG.
He's the OG of the Rolling 60s Crips back in California.
Okay.
Nipsey was under him at one point in time. And when he got out of jail, he dressed himself up to be like somebody that came from jail and changed his life and was a youth director and doing things for the community and all that. But behind closed doors, he's really extorting people and getting people robbed.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and allegedly getting people unalived and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So he started being at odds with some people from the Rolling 60s. And there's been a lot of back and forth. And these podcasts really been getting a lot of people jammed up. So people just been speaking on past crimes, thinking that it's past the, what's the word?
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations and things like that. But
They just talking.
yeah, it's starting to all crash down on them because like it was a podcaster from No Jumper named Brick Baby. Him and somebody that he was at odds with named Loose Cannon, they were on the No Jumper podcast sometime last week. And then right after that, they got picked up in the Fed sweep. Big U had to turn himself in for a Fed sweep.
Rico.
And all they've been doing is connecting a lot of the shit that they've been saying on these podcasts
Yeah.
and roping it all together into one big Rico case. And
they
Big
got
U, I'm sorry, go aheed. What was you about to say?
I was just, they got over like 10, 15 people in that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Business owners and everything. So now it done got to a point to where it's certain phone calls starting to come out. You know who Whack 100 is? He's another person in the industry. He's a media like podcaster now.
Yeah,
He's been a manager for Ray J. He's been a manager for The Game. He's been manager for Blueface. He got business deals with Nick Cannon. They got a diaper line out. He got a lot of stuff going on. You see them diapers is big business, man. You know what I'm saying? Not adult diapers, but baby diapers.
I'm done.
But
Shit, adults need diapers too.
like
But all this gang shit is all, connected back.
tied into each other because Big U and Whack 100 used to run with each other, even though Whack 100 is a Pyru and he's
Allegedly.
a Crip. Nah, that's public
this ain't
knowledge.
no- they-
Nah,
they've
it's
been
public
talk-
knowledge.
they
It's
telling
not
us.
illegal to be a gang member.
They're
No,
telling
this
us.
one is
When I say run together, I mean they used to be cool.
no.
Like they
what
was.
I'm saying is him being a Pyru has been questioned, and there has been lead OG real Pyrus out in L.A. who has came out and said that this nigga is not a real fucking blood. He's not a
He ain't been
Pyru.
to the motherland.
I'm just telling you that. But
Okay.
carry on. That's why I said allegedly.
All right now.
Well, the motherfucker be having his way
Yeah, he definitely do.
on Pyru. He be having
yeah.
his way. You see what I'm saying? And it's been wired. So Big U is being alleged to having something to do with a murder from somebody that used to be a part of one of his youth football programs. It's supposed to be his son's best friend. And it's a wiretap conversation between Whack 100 and the mother of that child. And she's alleging that they're about to take this case and tie in Nipsey Hussle's murder and some other murders. What's my boy name? PNB Rocks?
Yeah.
PNB Rocks murder at
Yeah.
Roscoe's.
Yeah.
And put all this together to make an even stronger case to try to bury him up under the jail. You see
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
was about to
saying?
say, didn't they find Nipsey's killer?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's a rolling 60, and they trying to say that
Yes,
this wasn't like a passion of like
Yeah.
they're trying to say this was a hit.
It's because Big U and Nipsey were into it at the time.
Big U wanted possession of Nipsey Hussle's business. Like I said, he extorting people. He was even extorting his own people at this point. And Nipsey Hussle wasn't going.
Allegedly.
Shoot, they know all of this is out there, like
Yeah.
real proof.
Yeah, like they got paperwork that you can go look up
Yeah.
and read. It's public at this point.
Well, you don't get no gang.
I'll say that I think the only thing
Don't
allegedly was probably hearing a story about him extorting Shaquille
Yeah, I'm about to
O'Neal.
say,
yeah.
When you
You
big
know?
business, they motherfuckers
So
still gonna
this
try
is
to
how
take
this
you
is how
down.
Yeah, you
so
right.
Sleepy. This is how he do this shit. Over there in Cali, they had the whole gangland over there.
Yeah.
you going to that territory, you got to check in. I know you know what check in is, but check in ain't no you really calling Big U and say, hey man, I'm coming to your city. I'm checking in. No, he's extorting you by telling, well, you checking in, you got to pay us some money, and we're gonna make sure we protect you around this smug and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been doing to a lot of them, to even where like
Football players, basketball players.
yeah, you know, I heard this, I was allegedly heard a story about Big U said it on somebody's podcast. I watched it where he said he went to Roscoe's that was on the opposite side of town where the ops were. He said he walked in and he seen T.I.'s son and his friend. He like, nephew, what you doing up in here? So he said he called T.I. like, yeah, man, your son up in here. I wasn't going for that, nigga. You call T.I. and say, man, I got your son up in here. You want him to make it out safely?
Run it.
I run it.
Ooh.
It's a story that Loose Cannon just came out with where he didn't just come out with it, but it resurfaced where he talked about it was a situation where he ran into Meek Mill in the club.
Yep.
Meek Mill was probably with like 9 of his friends and he was with like 30 people. He ran up on Meek Mill and said, hey man, you know what this about. He said Meek Mill just automatically started taking his jury off. They said they called Rick Ross and said, hey, we got your artist in here, man. You know what I'm saying, that you pushing.
Ross
We
supposed
need
to set
50.
50,000.
We need 50K right now. And said Rick Ross dropped out 50K for Meek Mill. So there's some crazy shit going on in California for real, man.
It's dangerous.
I mean, but that ain't just in California though. It's a lot of places,
Yeah.
man, where you gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's the way of the world when you in the streets though.
But what's so crazy is how they try to dress it up to save face for what check in, man. Check in ain't like Brandy said, I'm in your city. I'm just hitting you up to let you know I'm here. Give me some good restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Have some of your
niggas-
people escort. No.
When you in the streets and you talking this street shit, you know what the fuck going on. And it's just a code. It's just a code ethnic that you go by, you live by. Because if you the nigga or you the man wherever the fuck you at, a motherfucker gonna check in with you coming in your backyard. If they want to walk, if you connected around with some motherfuckers, the same thing. That you got some people who don't give a fuck, but the same shit happened to motherfucking NBA in Texas with Jay Prince and them. They took his motherfucking his Bugatti and all that, his McLaren and all that shit. And Jay Prince tell, hey, went like, hey bro, we got your shit back or whatever. And NBA like, nigga, eat a dick. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Da, 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 da.
As he should have, and I was happy.
Now I
he
respect.
did.
I respect the niggas gangster, but yet and still though, and when that's what the fuck go on though.
That didn't even
No.
get right until Birdman stepped in.
Respectfully,
No,
but still, that's what go on, bro. You gonna you gonna respect where them people.
But that's only in our culture, bro.
And-
because you think they doing that to Britney Spears?
No.
You
This
think
what-
they doing that to Justin
Again.
Timberlake?
Nope.
You
Again.
think they doing that to Elton John?
Hold on.
You know why? Because they gonna get the police involved, nigga, and gonna get you up through.
And they not trying to come in there and
Again,
gangster.
we gonna take you to court.
Again, I sat here and said the first thing I started off with was when you talking this street shit, when you talking the streets.
Yeah.
This is all street morals and codes and ethnics that we talking about.
Niggas
That's
is
why.
entertainers,
That's
man.
why. That's why it's not gonna be a Britney Spears. That's why it's not gonna be a Elton John and none of them. It'll never be one of them. Never, because they don't even run in the same circles.
I watched the clip where Schoolboy Q on Nori's show, and they asked him about the culture of checking in, and he like, man, I be having homies calling me talking about I'm checking in. He like, man, get your ass here, do your show, go to your hotel, get something to eat,
and get the fuck up
and
outta
get
here.
the
Real
fuck
quick,
up
though.
through. He like, man, nigga, don't be calling me. I'm playing Call of Duty. My daughter got soccer tomorrow. That's his exact words.
What about
That's because they want to come in gangster,
Yeah.
and that person's city, and they want to.
That was extortion.
Look how many rappers try to pay off to be gang members. Rappers and singers, Chris Brown.
Soldier Boy.
You feel me? Like, it's because they want to have that type of image, but
Well, what's so special about it? It just gets you killed.
YB and
Or
not
Smack.
Mir.
Time. Like, it's nothing special.
Facts.
The thing about today's gangland is when you are hypothetically, right? We're a gang, right? But you're the star. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't the one that's gonna have to do anything for real. You the star. We see the money and you the one gravitating the money. You gonna be the one that take care of us though. That's why we around you.
You know what the downside to that is?
Why you just can't have like a nice little crew? Why
Look
I gotta
up.
be
We
gang, though?
we the crew.
Look though,
Right.
But this the thing though.
We rep what we rep.
The downside to that, bro.
And it's like paying your dues or whatever. So because when you traveling, you taking them same ones with you.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
But why it can't be positive though? Why it gotta be gang though? Like why
It's
it can't
just-
just be the crew and we cool?
It's just gang because of who they end up gravitating to. You feel what I'm saying? It's some people who just come up with like, oh, this is my childhood friend, this my, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And wherever I'm going, they going, and I got them. You feel what I'm saying? This is my gang. You feel what I'm saying?
I give you an example.
But when other people bring you in or whatever, and they making sure that whatever, like, shit, the nigga, he ain't been touched, he ain't getting touched. They making sure he ain't getting touched, then I'm gonna take care of y'all niggas too.
I give you an example for. I'm gonna give you female rappers. I've never heard Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Young Miami, any of them having to check in when they go someplace. But I did hear a story where Cardi did.
That's because Cardi a blood.
Because
Exactly.
she's
Right.
again,
That's what I'm saying.
again when you talking
if
that
you
gang
not
shit,
on that,
Okay.
You feel me?
they not going. I don't
Take
feel
your
like
ass,
they
like you
know
said,
what
take
I'm
your
saying?
ass to your hotel. Man, get you something to eat. Go to your
Yeah.
hotel.
That's what I'm saying.
And get
And
up out
know
of
where
here.
not to go. You know
It's
where
levels.
some
Exactly.
bullshit at. You feel? You can cuss on her.
Yeah.
Oh, you know where some bullshit at. You feel me? So stay away from there. It's money everywhere else. Why you got
Yeah.
to go over there?
Sleep, you ain't been hearing me cuss like a motherfucker.
Hell no. I've been so intense that I'm trying to make sure I keep up and shit.
You good. You good. You doing a great job,
For
man.
real.
So,
Doing a great job.
yeah,
You doing good. Like, I appreciate you
Appreciate
being
it.
on here. I
hey
know
man,
this
I
vibe.
appreciate y'all having me. This is
I love
Real.
it.
The downside to that shit too is you could be cool. You the star. You could be cool. You ain't on no bullshit. You there to get your money. But the gang that you got around you, they is so ready to try to prove theyself. They ready to try to make a statement or a point that, you know, because Brandy the most gangsta out of all of us. So Brandy go and bust Beezy upside the head
Oh, my gosh.
like she tried
Let
to
'em go.
before. So she
Lord have mercy.
she's not the star. She just gang. So that's gonna fall back on you. The motherfucking the caption ain't gonna read Brandy, the gang member that's riding with Sleepy, bust somebody upside the head. It's gonna read
Sleepy's crew. Yeah.
Sleepy's people bust
Yeah.
somebody
But
upside
you,
the head.
you gotta
gonna
let
be
them
the
people go.
facts.
You gotta let, if you know it's people that's on bullshit, that especially that's gonna mess up your money, your livelihood, your family's livelihood, let them go. I don't give a fuck how long
Facts.
y'all been cool. Fuck that shit.
Gotta let them go.
Yeah.
It's a difference when you got a person that's a loose cannon and who don't have no direction and no guidance. It's a difference when you got those type of people around you, opposed to people who are around you that's just on that's on that type of time, but is just observing.
Hey Chuck, make sure
why
you
you gotta
zoom
pay
in on the
attention, though.
finger point.
Hey, well, that's funny.
That's why you gotta pay attention
Hey,
to them
at the
people.
end
that-
of the day,
like for
The
real.
day gonna end.
the day gonna end.
At the end of the day, the day gon' you know what I'm saying?
And being
I'm-
cool don't pay the bills.
Facts.
Say that.
Like
Man,
in the-
what?
Say that, Black G.
I'm
Real
for the bullshit. I be on the bullshit, but I'm cool. I'm calm.
But most of them people you have around you, you done known for a little while.
And that's
You know
what
I'm saying?
and
So
again,
you know how
but
their
you-
mindset is.
But them the type of people that you would want around you anyway. I'm not gonna have nobody around me that's not on that type of.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if you know guidance, you would never be that close.
Facts.
Because I already see how detrimental you are to what I got going on.
Yeah. You definitely right about that. Then it go back to upbringing.
I'm not leaving that up to nobody else
Definitely.
or blaming that on no. You let that nigga in the circle. Nigga, you knew he was in the circle. Nigga, what you talking about? You all because you left me in charge. It's just on me. Nigga, you knew too.
Now you surprised when a nigga
Yeah,
named
come on,
Baby
man.
Crazy Livewire get out here
Fuck
and
all
do
that,
some
come on.
crazy
Bye,
shit.
baby, crazy. Like,
R.I.P. to my brother Livewire, man. But that real shit though.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Like real shit, man. Like nigga, you know what's around you. So if it's around you, you tolerate it until either you can't or you, and then by the time
something
you find
happen,
or you
yeah.
or somebody right by the time you finally do, it's too late.
Yeah. But let them go.
Yeah, hell, man,
Let
what?
'em
You
go.
ain't even
Too
about to get
old,
that
man.
close.
yeah.
You ain't about to get that close.
Yeah, facts. I don't even lie. This is like a very negative pod, y'all.
It is?
Yellow Beezy has been arrested and charged with capital murder in connection to the 2020 death of rapper Mo 3. Damn, it's
to the
been
Melvin,
5
man.
years already?
That's
bro.
crazy.
R.I.P. to
Damn.
Melvin, man.
The fact that you know what I mean, like it's like because we still bang Mo 3. You know what I mean?
Till
Like,
this
do.
day.
till
I
this
do.
day, like it's like It's like
Still
we
bang
living in a
both of 'em, for
dream.
real.
You know what I mean? Like this can't be happening.
They
You
just,
know what I
they,
mean?
they
Like,
just dropped some shit from
like,
a
damn.
year ago.
and you know,
They
like
scared to come outside.
the fact that that boy only got one song I like anyway is just. And now I don't even like that song.
Boy,
Shit.
Yellow Beezy, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, murder aside, Yellow Beezy was one of the most untalented
What?
rappers
horrible.
I've
He only got
ever
one good
heard.
song.
He got 2 of them.
Which
He got
one?
one. I
That's
forgot
on
the
Me,
other one.
Baby, and what else?
That's on
You
me,
got the
baby.
one with Chris Brown.
It was
What's that
another
co-
one.
how
that
it go?
Yeah.
And listen, I bet you Yellow
And I was
Beezy's.
just
I
banging
bet
it,
you.
bro.
I bet you Yellow Beezy's part wasn't your favorite part of the song.
Yeah, I'm up one. That's a banger too. I'm up one.
I'm up one.
I'm
I'm up one.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
up
a
one.
banger, bro.
I'm up one.
Yeah. Oh no, bro.
All the Yellow Beezy hate gotta stop though. Cause I don't think
As far as what?
Because I don't think people was like really researching and digging into this whole thing.
You know what this stems from?
A lot.
This stems from Mo3's friend Roy Lee, the internet comedian, getting
Bubba.
killed.
I remember that. I mean, yeah. But it was something
That set it off.
before that.
What was it?
And then
they was cool before that.
Mo3 allegedly, either him or his people, they also shot Yellow Beezy too.
That's because they
killed
killed
Bubba.
Roy Lee.
Okay. Not only that, also the boxer Errol Spence getting chased. This nigga a boxer.
Word.
Errol ain't got nothing to do. Hey,
You
Errol
in the
cool
wrong
with
place.
Yellow
You
Beezy.
hanging with the wrong people.
No. Errol cool with Spence is cool with Yellow Beezy. He ain't had him come out while he doing his ring walk. But that nigga's a boxer. He ain't no
Guilty by
gangster.
association don't really matter. Guilty
Yeah.
by association.
You
Get
with
the
them,
fuck up
you
out of
with
here.
them.
My
Yeah.
nigga dead.
Yeah.
What the fuck is you
This
talking
shit
about?
stems from Roy Lee getting
better
killed.
watch
They
your
was cool
company.
before
Errol
that.
just could have been in the wrong
But
place
listen,
at the wrong
like
time.
he
Your
said,
mama told
sometimes I
you
do
watch the
step
company that you
dance.
keep around. The fuck?
Guess what? When
You
you
a boxer, stay a
engage
boxer.
into stuff like that, Mo3, I mean,
That part.
you feel me?
That part.
When you engage into something like that, then people are like, "Oh, rest in peace." Oh, Yellow Beezy. No, man, I can't feel
it's
sorry
on
for
both sides.
on both sides.
Yeah.
They
This nigga
started
said they
that.
scared to come outside. He
ain't
was
gonna lie.
taunting them, nigga.
That's
They
because
killed
that's-
his nigga.
Yeah,
It is.
listen, and that's what it
What
is.
is you talking?
And
They
this
killed
is
my
what-
He did do
nigga.
video. When is like,
It didn't start
last video
until
when
they
he died.
killed Roy Lee,
Yeah.
Roy Lee,
But
Brandy.
y'all, it's still more to it because we wasn't there. We don't know
Facts.
behind closed
They were
doors.
cool all the way
Facts.
up until Roy Lee got into it with Yellow Beezy and he wanted to fight. Them
don't know
niggas
that.
didn't
It's
want to
more-
fight.
we don't
They
know.
killed him.
We
It's
can't say.
hearsay.
We just know what they tell us.
Yeah, it's
Respect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
based off of what they done told us, it still stemmed with them killing his nigga, and with them killing his nigga, it was up. It was
Niggas-
stuck.
Yeah, and
and
it
it was
Broken
either I'm gonna
information.
kill y'all or y'all gonna kill me. But it's up, nigga.
Yeah.
And when you
he
are
was
the-
letting it be known that.
And when you are in
And I
those
respect
type
him for
of
that.
when you in those type of situations, that type of circle, that type of spiritual warfare,
Yeah.
I can't be sitting back feeling like, oh man, no.
I can't mourn a person that I don't know, but I can mourn the talent that I love.
Exactly. You gonna
You see what I'm
definitely
saying?
that music,
So-
man.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the situation was, we
nigga
lost
was
the
raw
more
on the mic.
talented person of the beef.
That part.
That's what the
Damn.
shit boiled
Well,
down
they
to.
both lost
That's
down,
your
'cause-
that's your opinion.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Who do you feel like was a better artist? Yellow Beezy or Mo3?
I mean, Mo3, he had bangers for sure. But I
Way
listened to
more
both.
bangers.
But I listened
Way
to both
more.
though.
I had listened to both, but I mean,
Who was the more
He was
talented
more
artist?
deep. Mo3, dig deeper. But
He was more personal.
yeah,
He
but
and he was his music was more relatable anyway. You can hear the pain, you can hear the
Everybody
struggle, you
all
can hear
around.
it,
Mo3
it,
was
depend,
better.
it depend
all of
on
that shit.
what kind of music you like too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, if you like
wanna-
mid.
if you want to dance, bro.
I know people that
Louder
like
Reggie.
I know people that can't handle Zai, so they smoke Reggie. I know exactly.
Louder Reggie.
I know exactly what you mean.
Some people don't just want to sit there and be like, man, I hate
Some
that.
people
I can't
can't handle Zai.
This is-
man.
hey,
Oh, man,
you got a
everybody
point.
hate
I
me.
can't listen to that
This
type
is
of
they
music.
do.
I know.
No, listen. That's why I can't listen to Ride Wave.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
He is too
Oh,
fucking
my
sad,
goodness.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, my
all he
goodness.
sing
He said a
about.
song about a damn
To my
two-song.
kids,
I'm like,
please.
What the fuck?
The nigga made a song that said, "I got rich off pain. I
I
got
seen
rich
that
off
fat
pain."
motherfucker pretend like he was committing suicide and fell off the stage.
Did y'all see the stage cave in on
He
him?
looked like Free Willy. I was on.
Yeah,
But then
man.
his daddy say like, bro, you not sad. Like on an interview, like, bro, bro. You're not sad or depressed.
Right.
But you feeding this to kids and
Yeah.
making them sad and depressed, thinking
Facts.
that this is all right.
Yeah.
So I listen to that shit.
That's just like Future selling drug music, but then turn
They
around
did
and
that.
tell y'all he don't fucking do
Right.
drugs.
You feel
like,
me? Like-
they turn a whole
What?
generation into lean addicts and all
Molly
types
and
of
all that
Percocet,
shit. Adderall,
Molly Percocet.
Percocet.
You see what I'm saying? But all right, so take the joking out of it and the talent wise, like nobody wins at the end of the day.
No.
right.
Mo3 was a talented artist that people liked, and he's dead. Yellow Beezy was a talented artist, and he done threw his life away behind the murder.
Nonsense.
And
You see what
know-
I'm saying? And Trap Boy Freddy, he's the catalyst to all this shit really boiling over.
The crazy thing to this is you have one person who died behind trying to defend somebody that they felt like was done wrong. And you have another person who felt like they had to uphold an image.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, let him get his point out so we can get to the next
I'm
topic.
sure there's a gray area,
When
but
you-
that's the gist of
When
it.
you at the end of the day, if I did something to you and you don't retaliate, right? What does that look like to the people who know what's going on, especially in the street?
Right.
We talking about street shit.
yeah.
Now, don't lose me.
He can't capital S O to the F to the T.
Hey, don't
Soft.
lose me.
Yeah.
So when you
gotta
got
be
so when you got a motherfucker who retaliates, right?
Yeah.
You have no choice but to continue. Now,
When does it end?
when
everybody dead?
and it's either till I or you get me, and that's why I'm saying that's
But it's
not-
about to keep going.
Exactly.
They crew still gonna be trying to kill their crew. and
Yeah.
that
it
crew-
could
Retaliation
Yeah,
never stops.
it
That's why I say
It
lock
don't
their
stop.
ass up like them niggas in Chicago. Lock them up.
respectfully so.
man.
I never said that. We never said the cycle stopped.
That's sad.
We just saying why, or we just saying what it is. Because but at the end of the day, somebody lost their life behind something foolish. Another person felt like that person was dealt wrong. So here it is, them standing up on the defense. Because we all got somebody who we feel like if they got done wrong, it's up, nigga, it's stuck. What the fuck is we talking?
Okay,
Quit
so
playing,
look,
Brandon.
let me ask y'all
You tripping
something.
like a motherfucker.
Because this is just gonna be a
Man, mind.
Stop the
revolving.
black on black violence, y'all.
Man, I don't
This-
give a
this
fuck
gonna be-
who
each
you
other.
is.
Hold on,
Yeah,
one mic,
that's
one
what they
mic,
do.
one mic. So let me ask y'all something, and then we're gonna go into another topic. If y'all could bring back one artist, who would you bring back?
Is this an overall within the last?
If you could bring back
Okay.
one artist,
Okay.
who would you bring back?
I'm bringing back Tupac.
Bring back Aaliyah. I fucked with Aaliyah.
That's my girl's favorite artist of all
Yeah, I
time.
fucked with her. Still bang her stuff.
I'm
That's
bringing back
that's
Pac.
that's good.
I'm bringing back Pac for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
what?
too, though.
You already said Pac, so let me see.
Ooh, I got another one though.
You got one.
Damn.
You got one.
Can I get Brandy Pac? I'm gonna get Brandy Pac.
Not the alley-oop.
Man, bring back Pimp C, man.
I ain't mad at Pimp.
Bring back Pimp, man.
I asked y'all a question that I ain't even got an answer for.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even
For
hold
real.
you. I'm
'Cause
sitting
it's so
here,
many.
It's so
Like
many,
you can
man.
go Speaker Knockers.
Yeah.
You can go Slim Duncan. It's a lot of different artists that you could pick from, man. You could go Doe B. You could go.
I fucked with Doe B too.
Doe B, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
He
Like,
ain't even get a chance.
It's a lot
man.
of art. It's a lot of artists you could really pick from. It's hard. So
I ain't going, man, for the city, man. Bring back my nigga Lansky.
Mike motherfucking Lansky, man.
I like that
City,
screw.
We leaving out with a
Bring back my
Lansky
brother.
song
I like
tonight,
that
man.
screw.
Bring back my brother, man.
I fucks with you on
There's
that.
a lot of shit will be, man. Just bring back my brother, man.
Yeah.
That part, man.
What do you say?
Udi gang. Shit,
Yeah.
man.
You still over there thinking, Brandy?
Yeah, I'm still over there.
He gave you two. He gave you Tupac.
Pac, but shoot, if y'all want to go to the city, then bring back my nigga Remedy Kareem, cause nigga he was a rapper and a producer. Residence Park was lit. We was lit. in that basement on Fruity Loops 11, Fruity Loops 7. You feel me?
Okay then.
She
was
went back
lit.
to the recording. She said Fruity Loops
You
11.
feel me?
Fruity Loops.
No
Yeah, for
studio.
sure.
We had that laptop and that mic. You feel me? Turn the fan off. Turn the air
hold on
conditioner
now.
off.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
it was hot as fuck in there recording, wasn't it, sis?
You trying to do a
remember
one
them
take
days.
master. You feel me? Trying to get through this verse, goddamn.
That's crazy because I remember when I used to rap, I used to motherfucking take the hanger, take a beater, tie the beater around the hanger and use that as the pop filter. And used to rap it. You remember the little computer microphone that used to sit on the desk that you ain't had no business rapping into?
Yeah.
Boy, what? That's where I got my shit together at.
Gonna make
man.
this
That
a
is-
banger.
Hold on, I
that
got
is
one more.
funny. What's up?
Bring back my nigga Gym City, bro.
Surf Fly.
Surf Fly.
Yeah.
I ain't
Oh
gonna lie,
my
Surf Fly
God.
was
We
so
doing the
talented,
city, man.
bro.
Bring back my
Dude was
dog,
so
man.
talented.
His ass, we would be over Red's house at the studio, and he would just, Lord Jesus, have me rolling.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Surf Fly was really one of them. All right, so let me play this video for y'all. It didn't make it into the final topics because it said it couldn't send, but it was supposed to be in there. So let me just play this and then get y'all opinion or thoughts on this.
You think he's messing with somebody else,
Hold
or
on.
he's
Hold on. This is about how are you using your women's intuition. Hold on, man. I'm gonna get this shit right for y'all. Come on, man. Don't do this in front of company.
I am done.
We're gonna go to a dope commercial break, and when we get back, he'll have that video for you.
Yeah.
Already.
intuition only seems to work when you think he's cheating, or you think he's messing with somebody else, or he's moving foul, or he's entertaining somebody else. It works 100% of the time then, but when it comes to seeing that he's unhappy, that he needs something from you, that his needs aren't being met, that he can't be vulnerable with you because you're not a safe space emotionally, like everything that will be beneficial to him, you can't seem to see that, or your intuition doesn't kick in. Then the problem is you using your woman's intuition in a positive way to help your man in this relationship means that you have to take accountability for what you're not doing on your end, which is why he can't give you what it is you're saying you need from him emotionally. Does he want to give you that? Yes, absolutely. Can he trust you to give you that? No, because you only see what you want to see. You look at that man and you can see everything he's doing wrong, but you can't look at him and see into him to see that he's not getting what he needs from you and he's unhappy. I want you to fix that, because what's going to happen is you're going to let your woman's intuition, your spidey senses, your gut feeling, whatever it is, you're going to allow that insecurity to push your relationship to a place of no return. And then he's going to walk out, he's going to heal, and he's going to end up being with the woman who gives him exactly what it is he was looking for, because he understands by dating you exactly what it is he does not want from the next woman. So low key, you're actually going to help him find a better mate for him.
That's kind of questionable.
I missed the beginning of what she was saying.
Hold on, wait. Let's let the ladies steer the wheel. Go ahead. Whichever one of
Go ahead,
y'all want to take.
Okay, I'm not in a heterosexual relationship, but I'm just speaking as far as like anybody. And I got a lot of brothers, uncles, stuff like that. Man's emotions. A lot of times men aren't vulnerable because they're just not vulnerable. That's not how they was brought up. They not, you know what I'm saying, they may not trust you enough to talk to you. A woman can be doing anything. She may say, you know, what's wrong and try to talk, but some men don't want to speak on it because it make them feel like less of a man. So I can't say that it's just a woman's intuition. Now, sometimes a woman definitely may be blocking it off and stuff like that, because women are crazy too. But I don't think that's just what it is for sure though. Like, nah.
Okay, what was you about to say,
I
twin?
kind of missed the beginning because like she was rumbling so fast. Like, what was she saying in the beginning?
You want me to run it back?
That a woman notices everything about a man except for when he's sad, depressed. He needs somebody to talk to. He needs somebody to be vulnerable with the intuition.
Or he
She
just
said
needs
that
something.
a woman doesn't realize when he's sad.
Right.
Woman
That's
only
bull.
realize woman's intuition,
Only
spider
needs.
sense, gut only really go off when she feel like he may be cheating or entertaining the next person. But their intuition is active 100% of the time, and she don't never really. Her intuition never goes off when a man needs to be poured into.
She's contradicting herself, because once a woman sees that a man is unhappy, that's when her intuition start
Exactly.
clicking in. So she's contradicting herself.
Right. Women are nurturers.
You feel me? When we start seeing, and we're emotional too. So
Yeah.
we want to see that we're making you happy. But when we see that you are upset, sad, things, you don't talk to us and everything, that's when our antennas start going up. So she's contradicting herself.
So let me ask you. So when a man is sad, the first thing a woman think is he cheating?
No. When we say our intuition, it's not us thinking that you're cheating. That's the spiritual. It's a spiritual thing inside of us. You feel me? Our intuition is saying something is wrong. Not he's cheating. Something is wrong. But what's wrong? Why isn't he reacting or being the same way he usually be? Let me find out. But again, black men hear intuition. They automatically think we think you're cheating.
That was a woman though. That said that.
But I'm saying she
wanted to go viral.
And she said
she just wanted to go viral.
She said that was shock value.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
that's why that's probably why I didn't understand the bullshit in the beginning.
There's signs to cheat. You can tell when a person's cheating. You're not just gonna go off, oh, he's sad, he must be cheating. Oh, he won't talk to me, he must be cheating. No. No, man.
Put your gun down.
Hey man, look, he loaded over there.
I got my gun.
I got my gun.
I got my gun.
Listen. If a woman knows, right, and this is then real shit. If a woman knows if her man is unhappy, why doesn't she address what is wrong pertaining to the unhappiness of the man that she's dealing with?
I'm saying she did, but he probably will not talk.
That's what she do. What's wrong with you, nigga?
No, hold on. You are hypothetically speaking. You don't know if she did that or not.
Right. But like she's speaking for all, we're speaking for some.
And so, right. So again, if in general, in normality, because then you will be a minority at this point if it's more people who think otherwise than you. Same, I've said this before to you.
Yeah.
If a man is if you realize that something is off with this man, as a woman, then wouldn't it be your job to find out what is wrong with him?
That's what a woman does. What woman or man is not gonna be like, that's like Russell. He been noticing something that's wrong with me. He come around. What's wrong with you?
Right.
What person ain't gonna ask you what's wrong with you?
Let him cook though. Let him cook.
You right, Black Jesus.
Because she said, because tying this in, she said this: some men are not grown to do what?
Talk.
So what are you gonna do next?
It's gonna be a minute. Like, okay,
if something is wrong,
might come back. Like,
if something is wrong,
you can't force nobody to talk though.
You can't. But if something is wrong,
Facts.
Yeah, you can't force nobody to talk.
That's a fact. But that go both ways, because there's been a lot of times where my girl be in a somber mood or sad or whatever, and I ask her like, "Damn, babe, what's wrong?" And she be like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
Or the same shit.
Yeah,
but not like, you know what I mean? It's so much of the same shit.
But that's not you not,
looking for a specific. You see what I'm saying?
And then you have situations like this. You have a person who may want somebody. Okay, you may ask your spouse what's wrong, and you want them to say that shit. Right. But then when she asks you what's wrong, you don't want to say a goddamn thing.
And
so this is communication skills. These are communication keys.
Right.
That relationships end up failing in because they are not properly communicated.
Right.
You have one person in any relationship. This is why sometimes relationships take time to really develop into what they're going to be, because it's always going to be one person who is above the other in some type of standpoint, in some type of perspective or angle in their relationship. Is one person is going to be somewhere that the other person is not there yet. So the only way that this shit is going to work out is until y'all both reach the plateau to where y'all both see and y'all feel and y'all communicate to where y'all agree that this works for y'all. Otherwise, there's a communication gap and you're going to miss each other every fucking point. And then by the time you realize it, the relationship has suffered. Bang, bang, bang.
But how
jump in, Black Jesus.
How realistic is it that y'all just gonna agree on everything and just everything just gonna be cake?
You right about that?
But this is the thing.
It'll never be that.
This is the thing.
Now, like, you
we
got to
know
deal with some shit.
realistically, we know that there's no relationship that you're gonna agree with everything on. The problem is, don't nobody want to agree to disagree and walk the fuck away.
Hallelujah.
You want to
man,
continue
Y'all
to
need
prove
work
your
on
point.
that. Y'all need to work on that.
You ladies.
No, it ain't no you
It's a
ladies.
two-way
See,
street.
we can't just do
It's a
that.
two-way. It's
You
a
just
two-way
can't. You just
street.
can't do that. bro.
It's a two-way street.
And
But
because a lot
I only
of
said that because her message was
But
directly
listen,
to the. I know
hey,
she was talking about niggas.
But nigga, you listen though. But check dig though,
So
bro.
that's why I said you ladies.
Just
Because I
like
took her answer specifically for
twin,
niggas.
just like I said on the last pod.
But I apologize if you wasn't,
One of
baby. I'm
his
sorry.
issues is he don't know how to just let. Sometimes he'll rather be right than be content, so he'll keep going.
So
And
are you
go.
a talker?
And go.
Do you express
What?
yourself?
I
can be.
can't
No,
tell.
with your lady though.
Sleepy. I know you ain't asleep.
Express
You
yourself.
can't tell.
I mean, yeah, that's here though. That's
gotta go
different
take
than
Oh no, this
your mate.
everywhere,
that.
baby.
That's different
Nah,
than with
this
your mate.
everywhere.
Now,
He-
I'm gonna say I'm not I don't bite my tongue.
And this the closing statement on this.
I don't bite. I'm not gonna bite my tongue.
Out of here.
And then once I've repeated myself or said the same thing over or so many times, there's nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing to say about it. This is a conversation. This is a one-way street when it comes to that.
I can dig it. Can
Until
I
we
say
talk
one more
about
thing?
something else.
Hurry up, Brandy.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead. 'Cause she ain't back yet.
Upbringing. I feel like that's what it is. It ain't the woman's intuition. It's because she's seen, like, if she not paying attention to her man, it's because this is what she's seen.
Insecurities.
You feel me?
They end up playing key.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people feed off that. You know what I'm saying? Because because this is what was done to them in the past.
Yeah. It be triggers.
And that be the problem too, because like you're not supposed to lean on your own understanding. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Everybody got like different strokes for different folks and things like that. So it has to be some type of fresh ground. You know what I'm saying? To start with. You know what I'm saying? When you bring your past experiences to some new shit, that shit it's just going.
Even if it's not no new shit though, bruh. Even if it's the shit. Okay, so we've both been in relationships where some shit might have affected our female partner in the past, right? My whole thing is, okay, look, I'll speak for me personally.
Do that.
When me and my girl done been together forever, just like you said. I haven't always been the most upstanding nigga. I done dealt with different females. I done mingled and did some shit that I probably shouldn't have did. You see what I'm saying? And it was a point to where my girl was still holding my past discrepancies against me. And that's not really fair to the relationship because it's either you're going to have to forgive me and move on or we just need to end this because how long are you going to hold me to the fire for some shit
ain't
that
that
I've
easy.
done in the past?
That's the problem.
And so- and-
That's why I had to let go.
Yeah, facts.
And that's a healing process, and that's what
Yeah.
people need to start doing. And that going back to communication too. It's the only way that you can find out about a person if you ask the right motherfucking questions.
Yeah. And heal first.
We only deal with people based off of how we feel, bro.
Yeah.
It's based off of how we feel. If the vibe is right to communicate, the conversation is, you know what I'm saying? But you're not asking the questions that if we get any deeper, how are you? What do you act like what's your dislikes? What do you act? We're not asking that type of shit, bro.
That's why, listen,
And
I'm
that's
not going to
no
lie.
games. I ask all that. and
for
I
real.
even ask about your past because
So
I need
let
to
me.
know.
Can I
You got
wanna-
to now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to tell you, your relationship that you in is beautiful, man. I like how you and your girl, how y'all kick it, y'all play. I see y'all on social media where you do you put the mustard. You know, y'all like. I like that, bro. I just wanted to let you know that.
Appreciate that.
But I feel like if you gonna be in a relationship with somebody, you need to at least give them. It need to be a year trial period.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they like, you notice how somebody get in a relationship and it seemed like to be the same result and every relationship be the same ending. That's because maybe whatever initially attracted you to that person, maybe that's the red flag that you've been ignoring this whole time. So forget the initial attraction. Forget what I like about you to begin with. I need to see how you react when you get mad.
Yeah.
I need to see what you act like when you get sad. I need to know how much shit you could put up with. You see what I'm saying? Because I done always said,
Real talk.
everybody come with bullshit.
Fact.
There's not one person on earth that don't come with bullshit, but you got to find the right person
That can
that's
handle
worth
your
putting
bullshit.
up with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, So I just feel like that's where it's at. Like, quit just going off of what you initially like about somebody.
You said the person that got to put up with your bullshit.
Motherfuckers be wanting
Wanna
a bad
find a
bitch.
Put up
person.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
equally.
they just
Put
want
up
the
with
look.
each other.
Shout out to Jamaica.
It be the looks. People
Man,
go
nigga,
for the
shut
looks
up.
instead of.
Shout out to Jamaica.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. On that note, yeah, shout out to her. Sean Thomas, who was paid $4.1 million by the city of Philadelphia after serving 24 years in prison for a previous murder he said he didn't commit, was sentenced on Friday to 33 to 66 years in prison for fatally shooting Akeem Edwards in January 2023. Thomas' girlfriend at the time acted as the getaway driver, and in the weeks and months that followed, he threatened her and then later put out a hit on her to try and keep her from cooperating with police. Thomas, who was 50 at the time, pleaded guilty to third-degree murder, conspiracy, witness intimidation, and related gun crimes last year. This motherfucker won $4.1 million for an overturned murder conviction.
You just got your life
Cannot.
And went back to jail for killing somebody over $1,200.
Stupid.
Cannot.
Stupid.
Dumb.
This was
stupid.
This was the double womp of the day.
Man, have we ever had two? Have we ever had a
I don't think we
two-piece?
ever did. I don't think we had two.
You are the biggest
Yeah, you the biggest though.
womp of the day.
You the biggest though, dog.
all the time. Behind the ball.
And then he still had money because he had money to put a hit out on her.
So this, I'm gonna say this. He had 4.1. He said he went to jail with a bag, so he's straight for while he in there. He ain't got nothing to worry about. But on the flip side of that, right? Let's just dive in a little deeper. This goes to what we call institutionalized.
Everything ain't about prisons.
No, but man, listen. Hold on. Hold on.
Man.
The man was locked up for. Listen, I done did time with niggas who done been locked up with 20 plus years. 20 plus years, man. Mm-hmm. And them niggas is stuck at the time that they got locked up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 2025. Them niggas still stuck at 03. When they telling they stories and shit, they talking about FUBU. Fuck you talking about? Fat Farm and shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He still be listening to
damn.
he still be listening to some bullshit. I'm like, bro, why are you playing that?
Like the music part is besides
no,
that.
but still.
Them niggas is stuck in a time frame they can't get out of. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people who come home that's like that. Mm-hmm. When you've done a certain amount of time, and you can't think, once you didn't listen, they want 5 years or more, it's a problem. It's gonna be hard to rehabilitate or come home and transition or get away from certain shit.
Shit, you came home with a bag though.
$4.1 million would make me look at life a whole lot different.
A whole new world.
A whole lot different.
You would think that.
Yeah.
That's just like niggas who are in the industry who are rapping who have made millions of dollars. They still keep some type of tie to the what?
Screws.
See, but them niggas, most of them living a fake life. They
But
still want to be street.
But they
It's
keep
like,
a
you're not
tie.
street no
Again,
more.
Look at Big Meech.
you missing what I'm saying. They keep a tie to the what? They got a bag, but they keeping a tie to the what?
To the street.
The nigga had 4.1. And he kept a tie to the what? He killed a nigga for $1,200. To him,
that's
it was
mental
not the
illness.
amount of money. It was the principle.
He retarded.
That's a mental illness. That's
It is
deeper than that.
But
I don't mean to use the R word,
it
but
wasn't the
yeah.
amount of money. It wasn't the amount of money.
Yeah.
It was the principle. And some people live off that shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
He
that
should have
mental.
stayed locked up.
Some
He
people
meant
live
it.
off that shit. I ain't saying that he should have stayed out or should have
But
stayed in or
look
got
at
out.
Big Meech.
But that's
Big Meech
real,
got out. You feel me? Big
You
Meech.
seen his braids?
Oh,
Man, hey man, that nigga acting crazy.
Peacock in
man.
the back, man.
And I ain't going back.
It
But
said-
some people go in there for years and be like, bro, I'm not going back.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
That's all it takes.
Enough is enough, and it
Yeah.
is time for a change.
That's why they snitching and coming home.
And you talking about institutionalized, it's a lot of motherfuckers that go in there, come out and be like you said, a whole new world. I
Culture
can't handle
shock.
this shit.
Culture
I'm
shock.
going back in.
Hey, wait, have you ever seen them videos where the YouTubers go get the motherfuckers out of jail?
Oh,
He
the
was
old nigga was mad.
He was like, why you
do
letting me
that?
out?
I had a warm bed.
I have 3 meals a day, a warm bed. I ain't got no nowhere to go. Man, you got to get me back in there, man. Like,
But listen to what he said though. Listen to what he said though. We sit here laughing about, but listen to what that man said.
Yeah.
He has nothing.
Yeah,
facts.
He had a bed and he knew he was gonna get fed 3 times a day.
But we
Otherwise,
talking
he
about a
was-
nigga with $4.1 million.
It's still hey, guess what?
$1 million.
It's still a psychological. It's still psychological. It's still a mental issue.
Okay, all
I know
right.
you're an advocate
All right.
for them.
I'm just
I
saying,
know you go
regardless
hard
of who
for
it
them.
is.
Million. All right, so listen. While we're talking about
That's our Meek
institutions,
Mill right here.
while we're talking about institutions, can we talk about an educational institution?
Okay.
Harvard announces free college tuition for families making less than $200,000 annually. Harvard University announced it will offer free tuition to undergraduate students from the families earning $200,000 or less starting in 2025-26 academic year. Families earning $100,000 or less will also have all billed expenses covered, including tuition, housing, and travel costs. Additionally, these students will receive $2,000 grants in both their first and junior years. This change will allow about 86% of the U.S. families to qualify for Harvard's financial aid. Putting Harvard within financial reach for more individuals widens the array of backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives that all of our students encounter, fostering their intellectual and personal growth, Harvard President Alan Garber said in a statement. How do y'all feel about that?
Sound good.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. It sounds
Sound good,
it
but
sounds
you said
great.
families that's making 200,000
Less than.
less than.
Yeah.
Less than, and that's a lot of families.
It's a lot of that's definitely a
You're
lot of
still
families.
gonna have to get into the school.
Right. I mean, you got to get accepted, but I'm
just
saying,
think
but that's
about
a
how
lot.
many
That's a
people.
lot of
Think about how many people that's smart enough to get into the school, but the finances held them back from getting into the school.
that
And
part.
think about
Right.
like they said in the statement, the perspectives that those people could add. If they're smart, they're gonna come in from the area that they're coming in from, and they're gonna bring a smart perspective, which is gonna lead to solutions to problems and strategies to make things operate better. So
One thing I'm gonna say, I
Oh.
think that it could start is a domino effect. Other schools that are in the Harvard Ivy League type of
Ivy.
spectrum of the chain or whatever when it comes to colleges. Now they have created a standard. So now when you got Harvard, anything that any other school that is remotely close or in caliber wise, they are now going to try to offer or give a better deal.
like you said, domino.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sport,
sound
rather
good.
it's in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like if you start giving this person a contract, now they the highest paid player or whatever. And then now you got other people who gonna try to compete with that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. That's just the optimistic side of the situation. But
Yeah, I feel
but
the
then
same.
but then again, the downside of that could be look at the class of people who don't make over 200,000, and
They got talent.
again, even with what you said, you know what I'm saying, who may have the intellect but didn't have the finance to get through. Look how many, you know what I'm saying, Harvard doesn't have. Now that's one thing I am gonna say, and I do motherfucking know. Harvard ain't that goddamn big to house or to hold that many motherfucking people.
Facts. I mean, but
And if there's no other school that's willing to pick up what if there's no other school that's willing to pick up what Harvard is doing to try to push that, you know how back Harvard's backlog gonna be if they do accept people in that nature, in that stature.
when let me tell you why I'm gonna say it's not gonna be a backlog, because hopefully somebody that's smart enough to get into Harvard ain't gonna wait in line to get into Harvard. If you can't get into Harvard when you're supposed to during your freshman year,
You better
go
hit
to
up
a
some other-
HBCU or go somewhere else that you can get in without, you know what I mean? But even though Harvard is the creme de la creme when it comes to like
No, it ain't.
colleges, what's the number one college in America?
That's what they tell y'all. HBCUs, what's up?
Well,
I'm talking about by the American standard. I'm not talking about educational wise. I'm just saying.
American standard.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
3Ks.
That's what. Oh shit.
So
That's what. That's what I'm saying. But
a historical.
So basically, Harvard's trying to do a DEI.
might be trying to do that. They might be trying.
they
That might be
to do
since
some
since Walmart and Target and all them got, you know what I'm saying, got backlash for that, for pulling out on the DEI shit. That might could you know what? That's
I like that.
I ain't
but
think of that.
You said it's under 200,000.
if you make under 200,000.
Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds good, and if that's what they're gonna do, that's what they're gonna do. Students out there, just know that it comes with stipulations. You're gonna have to get on that hustle, that drive, that motivation, stick to them books, and work hard. Period.
Real quick, I learned something not too long ago. And we talking about HBCUs, and this is just come back in where we have to like learn information and shit like that. So Spelman, Morehouse, those are not really named after black people. Spelman is actually the maiden name of Rothschild's wife.
Really?
Look it up.
I can believe it.
So you know what I'm saying? Why they HBCUs? This is how they continue to play on black people, because you thinking Spelman was a black person,
You know what?
or you think
Never even.
Spelman is Rothschild's wife's maiden name.
I believe Scrooge, because I read up. This is around the time of Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime, and you know they was talking about how Samuel L. Jackson did his little part in there. Samuel L. Jackson went to Morehouse. Did y'all know he went down in history of like kidnap? What you laughing at?
I'll tell you when you do it.
But he went down in history of like him and his other peers, classmates. They kidnapped the faculty of like a couple of black men, and Martin Luther King's daddy was one of them. And the reason why, like, I wouldn't say kidnap, but I'll say like held them up in this classroom, like, y'all not leaving. It's a standoff until y'all listen to us students and hear what we have to say. And what it was, they were saying, look, ain't this supposed to be an HBCU? We need more black voices. We need more black studies. We need more control over this, because at the time, Morehouse was controlled by really white people. You feel me? But they was using this faculty and these chairmen of black men. And
Like
Samuel L.
BET.
Jackson, and Samuel L. Jackson and his friends and all of them, I think they got expelled. I'm not sure, but they got in trouble for that. But it created more spaces in the school for African studies, for African American studies.
Okay. All right. So this is what I'm gonna say.
What was you about to say? You was laughing.
Do you realize Brandy finds any opportunity to name drop Kendrick Lamar on every fucking episode?
Oh, Lord.
We damn near need a Kendrick compilation from Brandy every trip.
Hey, Chuck, get to working on that, man.
Boy, listen, she
Every time she named
wait
this
for this
nigga.
year. Wait for this year wrap up episode, man. Lord,
Just like y'all did with Lil Bronny. Yeah, it's Kendrick's year.
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We
It's
tore his
Kendrick's year. So we
They tore
even.
that boy
All right,
up.
so listen. Great pod, everybody. And let's give a round of applause to our guests, man. Big Sleepy in the building, man. Yeah, man, you was great, Sleep. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Salute, Sleepy.
Appreciate it. I thank y'all for letting me be here.
Listen, now you are officially EHO affiliate, a family member of the pod. So we expect you to come in, sit down with us, chop it up a lot more often. Hopefully this is the beginning of a beautiful business pod relationship where we got a lot more stuff coming up. You know what I mean? Keep being great.
Appreciate it.
Go
Y'all
listen to the Hood Talk podcast on Wu-Tang Radio. Go download that app right now. You could go add their Facebook page. Go add that right now. You can check them out on YouTube. Look up the Hood Talk podcast right now. You can listen to them anywhere you can find podcasts. Anywhere, go listen to them right now.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
You understand?
Appreciate that.
And look,
Yeah,
this is
man.
funny. I'm gonna say this too, and we about to get up out of here. I seen your cousin in traffic the other day, right?
Which one?
The one that's a part of the pod with the she light skinned with the
Diddy.
with the dreads.
They both got dreads. It's Diddy and it's P Money.
Okay, how can you tell the difference between the two?
One got hazel eyes. One is the mom and one is the daughter.
The daughter. The daughter.
She in the black car.
Yep. I seen her in traffic, and when I looked over, I seen her, and she could see me through my tent looking over at her. So I had to roll my window down, and I was like, I don't think that I'm being weird or nothing. I just recognize you from the Hood Talk podcast. So whenever she see this or you bring that up to her, she gonna know exactly who you talking about. You know what I mean? Great pod, everybody. I
Great
enjoyed
pod.
y'all,
Great
man.
pod.
Listen,
No doubt.
everybody did their thing.
Yeah.
Until next time, you know how I'm about to give it up. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an asshole. And everybody has a podcast. Just not this podcast. You were tuned in to Everybody Has One. And we going to leave out with a legend from the city.
Period.
And a lot of y'all might have just became fans of this man when he dropped Speed in. Or something like that, but I'm a day one Lansky fan for real, man.
Say
So
that. Big
I'm about to hit them with some shit that they probably ain't even hip to, man. This is Daquan Cook, Mike Lansky, man. Let's go, man.
Why wouldn't I be, man? I'm a smoking bud. Come fuck with me, man. Oklahoma Thunder, my nigga. You already know. On that Daquan Cook. Hey, break it down, thinking of a master plan. Trying to come up like Master P. They know I'm a masterpiece. I grab the streets, they mad at me. Now they trying to steal my strategy. Grind hard cause I had to eat. Y'all didn't go to class.
It's the Street Network
Academy. Big homie, come and grab a seat. I sat down and I learned the game. He taught me how to get it, I earned it, man. Wintertime grind, I'm teammate soup. Made a whole lot of money on that project stoop. Now I'm balling out of control. Alligators biting my toes. Got big bags for my hoes and I got big straps for my foes. Spazzing out in buckles, buying all type of rocks. Mitch Mansion and Macy's, Mitch Mansion and Macy's, Mitch Mansion and Macy's. Polo top on my locks. It feel good to buy whatever I want. I get it in until I'm dead, I'm a stun. I got that good thing, call it Daquan Cook. Gonna put that heat on it, watch that Daquan Cook. It feel good to buy whatever I want. I get it in until I'm dead, I'm a stun. Smoking Oklahoma Thunder, watching Daquan Cook. You can tell I'm getting money from the way I look. It feel good to buy whatever I want. I get it in until I'm dead, I'm a stun. I mean my plug and Dennis, I'm in love with winning. Winning girls and women, I'm in the club with Lennon. Told me I was too short. Jumped off the porch with a pack in a Newport. Bought my first pistol when I was 14. Right at the school, met him down on 3rd and Main. Schmitty told me play it cool, dog, it's a dirty game. Little niggas will kill you over a little pocket change. Bang. Champ 7 News, now his family got the blues. Innocent bystander got killed from leaving school. Welcome to date, bitch, we don't ride dates. Niggas coming down skating, wanna tell mama we made it. While y'all laying around lazy, we out grinding for cheese. Killing our time with these 40 Glocks and 2 3s. Yeah, summertime grind, auntie made Kool-Aid. Made a lot of money in that project hallway. No sleep, no breaks, we got it in all day. Know what they say, hard work pays. I feel good to buy whatever I want. I get it in until I'm dead, I'm a stun. Smoking Oklahoma Thunder, watching Daquan Cook. You can tell I'm getting money from the way I look. It feel good to buy whatever I want. I get it in until I'm dead, I'm a stun. I meet my plug at Dennis, I'm in love with winning. Plenty drugs and women, I'm in the club with plenty. Like, we do this shit for real, like we wake up early in the morning, trying to get a fucking profit, you know? Gotta get it.
Udi gang forever, man. WBMG.
Man, rest in peace to Mike Lansky, man.
Them old Trotwood days.
It's
boy.
Lansky, you
Wow.
bitch.
Hello. Somebody, anybody, everybody. Tell him when we gonna see him.
In a minute, boy.
In a minute, boy.
And as always, y'all make sure y'all take it easy.
That's right. Tell them how to take it, baby.